Your 20s are the foundation of your financial future. But here's the scary truth. The choices you make now could either skyrocket you to wealth or trap you in financial regret for years. So, which one will it be? Will you build the life of your dreams, or will you make these common, life-altering mistakes? Let's find out. Mistake number 1, not creating a budget. Let's start with the most basic, and yet the most overlooked, mistake, not having a budget. You think you are doing fine without it, right? Maybe you're whinging it, or telling yourself you'll figure it out later. Here's the reality. Without a budget, you have no control. You might feel like you're winning now, sipping your coffee and scrolling through Instagram, but here's the kicker. If you don't know where your money's going, you are setting yourself up for failure. And the worst part, you won't even see it coming. Budgeting is your financial GPS. Without it, you are just driving blindfolded. Sure, it takes a little time and discipline, but once you've set it up, it becomes automatic. So, start now. Don't wait until it's too late. But hold on, this mistake is just the beginning. Because the next one could be even more dangerous. Mistake number 2, living beyond your means. Mistake number 2 is one that trips up many young people, living beyond your means. Here's the truth, just because you have the ability to buy something doesn't mean you should. Buying things you can't afford, charging everything to credit cards, or taking out loans for things that don't create value is like throwing your money into a black hole. Sure, it feels good in the moment. But here's a question, how much do you value your future? Think about it, if you're constantly buying things to keep up with others, you're not living your life, you are living someone else's. Is that really the life you want? Living below your means is key to financial freedom. And yes, it takes restraint. But it's worth it when you see your bank balance growing, not shrinking. So, if you are in debt right now, get serious about cutting back. Your future self will thank you. Mistake number 3, ignoring credit and debt. Alright, let's talk about credit and debt, probably the most terrifying part of personal finance for most people in their 20s. Ignoring it now is a huge mistake that could haunt you for decades. If you are in debt, I get it. It's not easy to face. But here's the thing, the longer you ignore it, the worse it gets. The higher your credit score, the better your access to lower interest rates, which translates to saving thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Start tackling your debt now. Pay off high-interest credit cards first, then move on to loans. If you need to take out a small loan to consolidate your debt, do it, just make sure you don't fall into the trap of adding more unnecessary debt. Remember, good credit doesn't just open doors, it gives you the keys to your financial future. And you'll want to know what comes next, because it's not just about avoiding debt, it's about growing your wealth in ways you've probably never even considered. Mistake number 4, not investing early. Here's the big one. The younger you are, the more power your money has to grow. Compounding is your best friend, but only if you start early. Every year you delay, you lose potential growth. But here's where things get interesting. You don't need to be an expert to start investing, just start. Even small amounts can grow into big sums over time. You may be thinking, I'm too young for this, I'll wait until I have more money. But let me tell you, waiting is your enemy. The sooner you start, the sooner you can watch your money work for you. Don't wait. Invest today. Seriously, don't make the mistake of thinking you need thousands to start. You just need a plan and the discipline to stick to it. Mistake number 5, not planning for the future. And now, the final mistake, not planning for your future. It's easy to get caught up in the here and now, the parties, the trips, the short-term pleasures. But if you're not thinking about your long-term financial goals, you are building a house on sand. The truth is, you need to have a plan. Whether it's retirement, buying a home, or building wealth, without a plan, you'll end up chasing your tail and never quite getting there. Start making those goals clear. Set a timeline, break them into actionable steps, and get disciplined about sticking to them. The future is coming, whether you're ready for it or not.